Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Tuesday, August 18, 2015. The question bar is open, folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And now concerning the market situation today, I want to highlight here a major news concerning China, where the Chinese central bank has decided to inject $18 billion in the Chinese stock market. This is a way to fight capital flight, so to make sure that the capital stay in China. This is the biggest injection of money, of liquidity for the last 18 months. So this is definitely something that kind of worries investors, meaning that is the situation really that worse in China? So this is why we have the index that is going down. If you want to trade this bearish momentum on the Hang Seng Index, this is one ETF that you could favor. It's YANG on New York. So this is an ETF that is actually the bearish ETF on the Chinese index. Today it's confirming a clear and solid breakout. Its target is around 115, 112 on a ETF like that. So it's YANG to actually benefit from the bearish momentum on the Chinese index. Now, in terms of the news, though, in terms of the market situation, we still have a market situation that remains neutral on the Nasdaq. Same thing too on the Dow Jones. Today we had a Walmart that released their earnings. What Walmart said is that they actually have cut their forecast for the next quarters, because they say that first of all they're investing more in their US business, and they also have raised pay for a lot of employees. So don't expect to have a big wave of earnings for Walmart in the next quarter. Actually, Walmart, they missed estimates by 4 cents. Revenue didn't increase, and they say that it could be a trend that could continue. So this is why I think investors have punished Walmart slightly. Right now, Walmart is really low right now. Next target on Walmart is around 67. At 67, this is where we could confirm a pause on Walmart, and at this price, we could actually have a buying position on Walmart at a bargain price. Another news, another segment that we have also in the markets, it's taking a look at the SPY that continues to remain neutral, and the TSX so far there continues to be some weakness, but we see that we had an intraday rebound on the TSX. Let's start first of all with what has explained this weakness on the TSX? Well, it was all gold. Gold at opening was testing its support, still was unable to confirm a clear, solid breakdown. In the sector, the gold resources is the physical commodity is neutral, GLD, and the sector as well remains neutral. In terms of the stocks, well, there's Barrick Gold that is putting some pressure on the support. I don't consider that stock right now at those levels as a clear breakdown. There's Dater Gold, which continues to stay neutral. Stock like Goldcorp as well. Same thing too for Agnico Eagle. So I definitely think that we are in a situation where a lot of those gold stocks should continue to be put on your watch list. Another sector that was weak at opening is the mining sector. The sector continues to show a lot of signs of weakness. I want to highlight here, especially copper stocks are weak. We have Freeport that is next on the line to start a breakdown. Southern Copper, clear breakdown, but what we advise to do on marketgurus.tv is to not short those stocks for now, because at opening, yes, we had a decline on all indices, but finally we had a wave of buyers that came in. And when those stocks were breaking down, the wave of buyers was around this area on all indices. So why should you short a stock when you have a market situation that is rebounding and where a wave of buyers is becoming a little bit more consistent? So this is why we didn't recommend to short those stocks. But if ever we have today markets that make a new low, we have, let's say, the SPY that goes below 209 points, definitely those stocks are going to be great opportunities to short. Another one is Tech Resources, clear breakdown on Tech. Really Tech, if it wasn't for this, the fact that it's totally near the oversold situation, that would have been a great short opportunity for Tech Resources. But right now for Tech Resources, we continue to have a clear bearish momentum. I don't think that at those levels that it will be appropriate to short Tech, because I think with the fact that it's so close to the oversold situation, that a rebound is definitely likely on Tech Resources. Yes, there are weak coal price environment, and talking of coal, I got a news concerning a company that benefited from the weakness of coal prices. And that company I'm talking about is Brookfield Asset Management. What they did, Brookfield, is that they acquired an operator of Australia, of ports in Australia. And this operator has a lot of liquidity problems, especially after the weak coal price. So if coal prices are weak, well then there's less ships who are going into the port because less companies want to ship their ore. And actually Brookfield snapped that operator for $6.6 billion. Another news is Eurocontrol. We received this company for an interview. What they do is that they have developed a system that allows to track oil. So whenever there's oil that is coming out of a field, well, they put some, not simple, but some kind of a liquid on it. It's like a barcode for oil. Therefore, governments are actually well positioned to know, okay, the oil that came out of the fields, what are the parts in which it got out. That allows governments to collect some taxes. They had some success in a country in Eastern Europe. They had some success, I think, in Uganda. Now today they announced that they will sell their division to a Swiss group. I think it's a way for them to be more focused on their core business. And this company that they will sell to Swiss group, they will receive $16 million in cash and $9 million in royalties payment over 6 years. But so far, it's only a letter of intent that they've signed. So the deal is not closed yet, but definitely it's a nice stock on the Venture Index, EUO. If you want to know more about the company, I advise you to go take a look at the interview segment. This is where we done the interview on with that stock, EUO. Now, Integra Gold, they announced that they received an investment from Eldorado Gold. Eldorado Gold is declining slightly. It's not a big move. It's not a big move. What Integra Gold received is that Eldorado Gold, they will invest $14.6 million in Integra Gold by buying 52 million shares at 28 cents per share. So this is why the stock reaches that price. And they will also, Eldorado Gold will increase the size of the exploration program of Integra Gold. So those are two conditions why we have Integra Gold that surged today at opening. Now, is that stock a buy? No. First, it's moving on the news. Second, overbought. Third of all, a resistance that's there. So definitely not a buying point. Even if we put a Fibonacci retracement from that top to that bottom, we see that we have reached 50% of all that decline only on that news. So that confirms that it was definitely not, technically speaking and fundamentally speaking, another buy at the moment. I think you should let the stock stabilize first, right? If it could stabilize around 29 cents, a breakout at 29 cents and higher, okay, that would be a different story. But right now, it's definitely not a buy. So we saw the sectors that led the decline on the TSX, mining, and also some stocks in the gold sector. But what about the ones that led the increase? First of all, we have a lot of stocks in the energy sector. It's not the situation on natural gas, because natural gas, really, we had a false breakout after we got out of this triangle formation here. We see that we got now lower than that support. So bearish ETF on natural gas. So far, we have recommended them on marketgurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days. But they have not been as active because you saw that the decline stabilized on natural gas. Now, for the energy sector, we still have a decline that continues, but a lot of stocks, though, on the energy sector have slightly rebounded. For instance, Enbridge, yes, it's tested its support, but it rebounded slightly in its intraday chart. Look at this on Enbridge. Other stocks, such as Secure Energy Services, after testing the bottom of July, rebounded as well. Trilogy rebounded slightly after testing the bottom of July. Same thing too for Shorecore. Same thing too for Buntera Energy, which is rebounding after testing the low of its downward corridor. Is it a buy? It could be one if the stochastics is around 30%, but it will be a buy for a real short-term span until 2376, the top of this downward corridor. And the thing is, on the energy sector, what we said is that whenever the sector started the bearish cycle, we didn't recommend any new short positions in the sector because we said that at a certain point, we're going to have a rebound. So right now, we're in a situation where we have tested the bottom of July 27. That could be the point that could trigger a rebound. So for the energy stocks, though, some of them have been active for day trading. And this is why today our day trade of the day is on the energy sector.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So welcome back, folks. So let's take another questions here from Bear. Barry bought NFI at 1444 on April 6th. So around this area here, right? Great job. Sold 1/3 at 1515 around this area. Let's forget about this. So around this area, that's was the first selling. Another one at 1798. Around here. So really, for someone who got in here, there, sold here and sold there, really, I think if I had to give you a score, a test score, I'll give you 10 on 10. So great job. Now, what would you consider to be a credible exit price? Well, definitely if you bought here, I'm not going to say that you're going to have to wait for the stock to go below $16, right? Because that would be not wise to do so. So in order to continue to hold on to your gains, I think what you could use is go with the moving average. We see here that this upward trend, starting from the bottom on August 5th, trying to connect all those other bottoms here, we still see that it's a clearer upward trend. So whenever we go below 1854, which corresponds to the 10-day moving average in red, which also will be the reversal of this short-term upward trend, 1854 and below, I think it's a point where you should close that position, because whenever we go below 1854, what's going to be the next moving average that the stock is going to reach? The 30 moving average, which is at 1721. So you should not lose all those gains here, and this is why I think that 1844, 1850 is definitely the point where that should trigger your exit point on a stock like that. But definitely great job. So if ever you have any questions, folks, feel free to ask them. As I said, it will be my pleasure to answer those questions. Now, in terms of the best buying and selling signals of today, we have a stock like Express Scripts. The thing is that the healthcare sector has been a sector that has been more resilient than others. It's usually a sector that tends to do better when markets are either negative or not having a clear direction. This is why yesterday on MarketGurus.tv we had Humana that we recommended in our analyst choice portfolio. So if you had MarketGurus.tv, you would have been able to have access to that. Now, Export Scripts today, it's in the healthcare sector, one of the few breakouts. Lens Storage System. The thing is, Lens Storage System might be a little bit too fast, but the thing is that the loss potential is not too great because the stock is only surging by 1.94%. Therefore, $67, $67.76 should be your exit point. Forget that stock, it rebounded. No, I don't like it either. 3D System, look, on a new low. The markets, if ever that stock can go below 1291, right? We have an overbought stochastics right now. Volumes are declining, so we could be on the verge of breaking down. If we do have that, intraday-wise and DDD, okay for a short. Now, we also need to have a clearer confirmation on the indices as well. We need the markets at least to confirm that clear bearish momentum, and so far it's not what we have. So this is definitely a situation where DDD, under those conditions where markets are neutral, it's not clear that you should short a stock like that. It's the same explanation that I gave you for the mining stocks. Yes, a lot of copper stocks like Tech Resources are breaking down, but is it the great timing to do so? So this is actually something that you should ask yourself, especially when you look at how the indices so far are unable to make a new low. Now, if we show here the list of the best day trading opportunity, well, we had Ovnanian Enterprise that did pretty well today. We were hesitating to put that stock, but so far we see that the stock surge, gave one entry point here. Since then, totally dead flat. So not so interesting there on Ovnanian Enterprise after reaching its 30-day moving average. Now let's take a look at that stock here. It's Parker Drilling. Why we put Parker Drilling as our day trade of the day is because first, we have a clear reversal of this downward trend. Intraday wise, we had one entry point here, one there, another one there on PKD. Also, if the rally continue on that stock, we see that we have some room to go before we reach this 100-day moving average towards 316. So at least there's some potential on a stock like that if the rally can continue. So right now, don't expect the stock to be really active, especially when we have markets that remain neutral. However, I think that that stock should definitely continue to be put on your watch list because it has been our best day trade of the day. So folks, markets continue to remain calm. The major headlines about China that injected some money in the stock market again. It's actually the biggest injection of money that worries investors. Mining stocks are taking a hit, but we see that it's not a wave of selling pressure that's so strong that will allow us to feel comfortable to recommend new short positions on the mining sector. Gold stays neutral. It's still a sector where those of you who want to buy some gold stocks, well, should put some stocks on your watch list because a lot of them are forming a neutral formation. And elsewhere, folks, energy stocks, some of them are rebounding, but it's purely an intraday play. This is why PKD has been recommended as our best pick for day trading on the energy sector. So I wish you all a good trading. See you tomorrow on the Swing Trading Show on DecisionPlus.com.